2015 at the wonderful O2 Arena, live and exclusive on Sky Sports. Got so much to talk about to you today. A card that has so much on the line for so many fighters. And just to introduce the top table, down on my far left, the young man that's going to be making his debut on Saturday night. Look at that smile. Look at that smile. He's so excited. He's sold so many tickets. He's out to make a real statement in the cruiserweight division. Back from sparring with the heavyweight champion of the world, Deontay Wilder. Welcome to Isaac Chamberlain, debuting on the card on Saturday night. To his right, someone just a little bit smaller, but someone who's got another great smile and a huge future ahead of him. This Saturday begins the start of his professional career. I can't wait to get him started. It's been a while preparing. He's had plenty of limelight, and he'll walk out in front of a packed arena at the O2 on Saturday. He's a former GB podium star member, and our young flyweight Charlie Edwards. To his right, a man that you have to give a huge amount of respect to. Someone who I remember watching lose at York Hall probably maybe 2 years ago, and we wondered how he'd come back from that. Well, the answer was come back with more determination than ever. Been involved already in some wonderful TV fights, of course, the fight with Tyrone Nurse up in Manchester for the English title, and then the great fight with the man to his right, Ricky BOYLAN, at the O2 last time, which was just a great fight, one of the fights of the year contenders. And now he's got a huge fight for the WBC international title this Saturday night, O2, Tyler GOODJOHN. To his right, as I said, Ricky BOYLAN, who was involved in a great fight with Tyler GOODJOHN at the O2 last time. It's a fight now for the vacant English title with Tommy Martin, with so much on the line for Ricky. He's moved up to Manchester, he's been in camp with Jamie Moore, who we know is a great trainer. He's in great shape, and just part of a quartet of unbelievable light welterweight fights taking place on Saturday. To his right, we're delighted to welcome Billy Godoy, who will be challenging John Ryder for the WBO Intercontinental Middleweight title. Billy has got some great wins on his record, defeats over the great fighter Carlos Baldemir, also beat Jorge Sebastian Highland, who we saw beat Matthew Macklin recently. He comes here with plenty of ambition, already been training in a fight, stepped up to fight John Ryder this weekend. Daniel Estrada, welcome to him and his team. Been great working with Zanfa Promotions and Top Rank. Welcome, of course, to a Mexican legend, Juan Manuel Marquez, who is over with his team. It's great to have him here, and it shows the commitment and serious nature that they have coming into this fight here. I remember seeing Daniel, I was ringside at Carson in California when Kell Brook won the world title. Daniel fought Omar Figueroa, who is a wonderful fighter, very underrated. And I tipped Daniel to beat Figueroa that night, and I think it was the 4th or 5th round, he nearly stopped it, and he went on to lose that fight, but again comes back here in a massive fight for Daniel and Kevin Mitchell. A final eliminator for the WBC lightweight title. The winner will get a shot at Jorge Linares. It's also the WBC silver title on the line, so we welcome Daniel and also his team to a huge night at the O2. Down on the far end, a young fighter, again with the great team of Peter Sims, who's got some great young fighters coming through, spent a lot of time out at the MGM Marbella gym recently. Ben Hall, who's got a great fight against Ryan Toms. Ben, very, very popular, sold a lot of tickets for this show, very exciting, and he gets his second bite of the cherry at the O2. I know he's learned a lot from his first one. I think he's going to have a great performance on Saturday. To his left, Lee Markham, great to have him on the bill, working with Steve Goodwin. He's got himself an English title fight coming up after this show. Great to have Lee on the bill. Tommy Martin, 20 years old. He's just in a wonderful, wonderful fight on Saturday night with Ricky BOYLAN. The vacant English light welterweight title. It's very difficult when you put two guys who you're promoting together, and I've said on Twitter numerous occasions, may the best man win. Two great kids, two great fighters, two people that are very, very confident of success on Saturday night. Tommy will be our first televised fight against Ricky BOYLAN for the English title. John Wayne Hibbert, wow, I've not seen a boy sell tickets like this for a while. And he can fight, even better. I mean, don't get much better than that. A huge, huge amount of tickets sold, and you won the race, by the way. You won the race. And I can't wait. His fight with Tyler again, two absolutely cracking lads in a brilliant light welterweight division, which has really ignited over the last 12 months. All of a sudden, John and Tyler fighting for the WBC international title. The winner will go on in the top 15 of the world. You know, we've got Bradley Saunders fighting Dave Ryan for the Commonwealth. I think the winner of this is an obvious fight for the winner of that. You've got the British title coming up, Chris Jenkins, Willie Limon. It's a great division. And now these two really, you know, are going out actually before the main event on Saturday night. So it gives Tony Sims time for John to warm up John and Kevin. So they'll be on at about 9:45, peak time, in front of about 8,000 people at the O2 Arena. And you know, these guys, what I like about them is they've come through the small hall route. You know, John's headlined in Grays. You know, now he's boxing. He won the WBC international title at the O2 Arena last time. Now he's doing it all over again. It's a great opportunity for these guys. To his left, someone who's had some bad luck recently, but he's involved in a really big fight on Saturday night. John Ryder is ready, we feel, for most in the middleweight division. Tony Sims is pushing me constantly for those big fights. But more importantly, he's active, he's busy, he's moving up the world rankings, currently ranked number 11 in the WBO, defends in a very tough fight against Billy Godoy on Saturday night, John the Gorilla Ryder. To my immediate right, someone who we will definitely not give up until this guy fights for a world title and I believe wins a world title. What worries me more than anything is he's sold more tickets than I've ever seen him sell before. And he told me that when he didn't sell tickets for a previous show, it was because he's not down the pub anymore. But we definitely know he's not down the pub because I've seen him train and work harder than he's ever trained. And people talk about Kevin Mitchell's discipline. Since he's joined up with us and since he's joined up with Tony Sims, I don't think I've seen anyone work harder in the gym than Kevin Mitchell. You know, he messed up last time against Maduma by not making the check weight, did all the hard work, trained like an animal, made the weight, and then made a mistake on the check weight. He would have been mandatory challenger for Miguel Vasquez. He would have beaten Miguel Vasquez. That's yesterday. Now we've managed to manufacture him a new shot, a new position with the WBC. He fights for the silver title, a final eliminator for the world title on Saturday night. Without any question, the biggest fight of Kevin Mitchell's career this Saturday night. He headlines the bill at the O2 in front of a packed crowd. They're going to go mad for him. It was a great fight against Maduma at Wembley. Actually, I don't feel as though he got the credit he deserved that night. Maduma's a great fighter. And now he fights another really tough fight on Saturday night against Daniel Estrada. So that's enough from me. I'm going to get a few words from the guys. Isaac, I know how excited you are. Tell us a little bit about, you know, your plans for Saturday and of course being out with Deontay in Camp in Alabama.
It was really exciting. I loved every moment of the training camp. We used to spar with Deontay nearly every day. Like we used to spar Monday, Tuesday, rest on Wednesday. We spar Thursday, Friday, Saturday, rest on Sunday. I mean, I was the youngest there and I was the lightest there. But you know, they love me. They want me out there every camp. So it shows that I can box with guys at the top level. So it's just about showing that on Saturday, you know, and being the best that I can be. You know, but I love the experience, you know, and how they carry themselves, the way that champion trains, and to look up to them and see the confidence that he has. I mean, it was amazing. I love every moment of it. I mean, I'm really passionate about boxing, and I want to work hard to be as good as they are, to get a world title, to be the best that I could be. There's no doubt about it. You know, I'm just focused, and there's no stone unturned in this training camp. You know, but we worked hard. We've done what we had to do. So it's all about letting it all happen on Saturday. You know, letting the whole crowd and know what Isaac Chamberlain is about, because there's been a lot of hype about me. So it's all about letting everything go on Saturday. Showtime.
We can't wait, and for a cruiserweight to have preparation for his professional debut with the world heavyweight champion,
yeah, you know,
I think we can say there's been no stone unturned in this camp for you. Well done, well done.
Definitely.
Ben, obviously I remember last time you came into the fight at the O2, fit as a fiddle, and after 2 rounds, could hardly feel your legs. I think the nervous energy took over.
Yeah.
You've experienced that now, and I know looking forward to Saturday night in a tough fight against Ryan Thomas.
Yeah, it's a tough fight. I'm ready for it, you know. That's obviously the first time boxing in front of a big crowd like that, and I didn't think nothing of it before. When I come out, all the lights and all the crowds cheering, it does sort of get to you a bit. But other than that, I did have a few hand injuries. I snapped one of the tendons in my hand, which made me more nervous also. But other than that, the things I did do wrong, Peter's picked up on. And 3 weeks before camp, me and Peter was in the gym one-to-one together, working on the things we should be working on. Even when I was at home, I was working on what Peter wanted me to work on. And the camp started, and camp went fantastic. And we went out to MGM for 3 weeks. We've had great sparring at world-class level. Sparred with a fellow who's went 11 rounds in Martinez and Cope's doing well. And I just really pushed myself for this camp because I know this is it. If I mess up here, I probably won't get another shot on a show like this. So I'm ready to show them what I can do, injury-free, mentally 100%, and it's time to go do it against a former champion.
Good stuff. And Lee, obviously news this week that you'll fight Jermaine Smiley for the English super middleweight title. You warm up here. I know you've got a lot of fans coming down. Looking forward to the experience at the O2 Arena.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's like, you know, I've been working well up in small shows, and I've been working well under the radar. So it's my chance to catch a few eyes and, you know, get everyone's attention.
Good stuff. We look forward. And Charlie, I know you're so excited. Obviously, the first one, the O2 Arena, doesn't get much bigger. You've got a big crowd coming down to watch you. Excited to get going.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Training's gone really well. I've been living the life, just living it in the gym. I haven't been out weekends. Haven't been doing nothing that I shouldn't have been doing. Been training really hard. I am in the best shape of my career that I've ever been. So I'm really excited to just get in there and show everyone what I'm capable of. I know I've had a lot of hype behind me and a lot of people have been talking me up on Twitter and other social media, but I have trained so hard and I just want to show everyone that I am the real deal and it's not alright.
Tommy, I know obviously 20 years old and probably I know it's been talked about a lot, but the English title was probably something we were talking about in maybe a fight or 2 fights after this one. But the opportunity came up to fight Ricky Boylan, and I know you and Johnny Ings grabbed it with both hands.
That's it. We've got to. I'm so bored about everyone saying, "Oh, he's only 20." If you're good enough, you're old enough. It's as simple as that. And like you're saying, this opportunity come. We wanted to fight Ricky anyway, even though he's the one who called the fight on, which is fair play to Ricky coming off a big loss against Tyler. To come straight in back momentum at the minute, and we are buzzing in the gym. This has been the best training camp that we've had. Like the last 11 to 12 weeks, we've had the sparring's been top level. We've been really digging deep, and like you say, we've got to grab this opportunity with both hands because we honestly believe, hand on heart, my team honestly believe that I've got the beating of Ricky all day long. And boxing's about levels, and I've got to turn up on the night and show that I'm a different level to Ricky.
Ricky, obviously the change in camp, I know you moved, with a couple of weeks left before your last fight against Tyler. A lot of talk about this fight on Twitter and everyone's so excited about it, and a must-win fight for you, I feel.
Definitely. Listen, obviously going to Manchester with 2-3 weeks, whatever it was, before the GOODJOHN fight wasn't ideal, but I was in a position where I had to. I've had a full camp, I've had 11 weeks, 12 weeks training, I've had 8 weeks up Manchester. Everything's gone brilliant. Jamie and Nigel, they're so, they read the fight really well, and we've got a game plan, and that's what we're working to. And I know I'm going to beat Tommy Martin. Tommy thinks he's going to beat me. I know I'm going to beat him. Simple as. Saturday night, you'll see.
And Tommy, obviously, I know the pressure of boxing in front of 8,000 or 9,000. You boxed at the O2 before. You seem very confident.
And the echo.
Okay, so do you feel that obviously game plan is important, and how do you hope to hold that together under the pressure of the live TV audience and the big crowd?
There's no pressure on me whatsoever. I honestly believe I'm going into a win-win. The only pressure I've got is the pressure I put on myself, and that's enough as it is. But if Ricky don't beat this baby, where does he go from there? He's got to sell a lot of tickets to get back from there. So.
And Ricky, obviously, you feel the pressure on Saturday. So what Tommy's saying is, obviously, he's in a no-lose situation, but for you, it's a must-win fight.
Yeah, credit to him as well there, because he's took a fight when he doesn't need to. He hasn't boxed at this level yet, and Matty Chu, say no more, but like Saturday night, as you said, I know I've got to win, but I thrive under pressure and I perform better under pressure, and I believe I'm going to win on Saturday. Everything's gone brilliant in the camp, and Jamie and Nigel are really happy with everything, and it's nice to hear that everyone's saying I'm a different fighter now, so hopefully you lot see it Saturday night.
Tyler, obviously, it seems like old hat for you now. You've been involved in a lot of big fights on the spin now. Back to the O2, you've boxed in big arenas for the last 2-3 fights, and a great fight with you and John on Saturday night.
Yeah, I think like as a fighter, you want to be in these massive fights, like say at the O2 and that. And I've had a fantastic training camp. It really has gone well, and I'm sure that Hibbert's had a fantastic training camp as well. You know, and I just think that this is exciting. This is what it's all about. You know, the week building up. I just can't wait to get in there and give the fans another great fight and come away with a win and another belt as well.
John, obviously massive support for you. You had a great win at the O2 last time. I think you know this is going to be a tough fight, but a great fight, but confident going into this one.
Yeah, you know, I just want to thank everyone that was out there, that's bought the tickets. For me, I think I've done about 620. It's a brilliant support, and really appreciate everyone buying a ticket. I know Tyler's had a good camp. I know he's been over in MGM, throwing likes of Bradley Saunders and that. And I'm happy for that. You know, like he said, he wants the best Wayne, but I want the best Tyler. It's going to be a good night, interesting fight. I think the fans, my fans, his fans, the neutral fans are going to be in for a good night, you know.
Obviously, you've seen plenty of Tyler on the circuit. How do you see the fight mapping out, and what do you think will be the difference?
Listen, no matter what he said, yeah, I've got respect for Tyler. Tyler's got respect for me. We know we're going into have a war, you know. I ain't predicting nothing, but I do know I'm going to beat him.
And Tyler, obviously looking to use the experience you've had in Manchester and at the O2 to keep on this unbelievable role. You know, since we talked about that night at your call, you know, ages ago. Do you think now you've been in the bigger fights, you've got the experience over John, and now you've got the ability to handle the pressure better on Saturday?
Yeah, you know, I've come a long way in my career. Like you say, that your call was like three and a half years ago, whenever it was, and I was beaten, and it looked like my career was over. And now all of a sudden, I've won the English title, and I'm fighting for the WBC International. And honestly, you know, the last fight, I surprised myself how relaxed I was going into that fight, you know, in front of all them people at the O2. And like I say now, and I genuinely mean this, like when I go into this fight now, I'm so excited. I just can't wait. This is what I live for, these big fights. And yeah, just Saturday can't come quick enough.
Let's get it on then.
Let's go.
Billy, Goodeye, welcome. We know you took this fight with a couple of weeks' notice, but you were already training for a fight.
Sí, solo 2 semanas y bueno, teníamos pensado hacer un combate allí en
Only 2
Argentina.
weeks. But I was already training for another fight.
Sí, estábamos con un entrenamiento, así que dijimos que sí,
So we
aceptamos.
said yes.
And obviously you've got some big wins in your career so far. You've got a much more experience than John Ryder. What's your plans and expectations ahead of Saturday?
No, he tenido suerte en hacer buenas peleas,
I've been lucky to have very good fights,
pero peleas no son diferentes
but all fights are different.
y respeto a Ryder
And I respect Ryder
como a cada uno de los rivales que he
the
enfrentado.
same as any other opponent.
Good luck. And John, obviously this is probably a tougher fight I feel than Les Sherrington. Goodeye was actually an opponent that me and Tony looked at for Darren Barker just before the Daniel Gill fight. So another opponent change, but obviously you've had another great camp.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've done a lot of preparation early on in Portugal and worked hard. But no, Tony texted me 2 weeks ago saying, look, change of opponent, have a look at Billy Goodeye. I had a look at him and thought, wait, straight away, much better opponent than Les Sherrington. So I've really got the buzz for the fight then. And with the Les Sherrington fight, I wasn't really overhyped for it, but since I found out the new opponent, it really got me going and really got me excited.
And obviously Highland was a target. He went on to fight David Lemieux, so fair play to him for that. But Billy obviously fought Highland twice and got the win over him. I think you've seen that fight as well.
Yeah, I watched that, and yeah, fair play to Highland. He's got a big opportunity in probably America now, so he's got to take it. But this is a good opportunity for me just to propel myself that bit further up the rankings and get some more big fights.
And Daniel, obviously following your fight with Figueroa, a big opportunity for you to go on and challenge for the WBC world title again.
Sí, buenas tardes a todos. Estoy muy contento de estar aquí en este país. Me han tratado muy bien
I'm very happy to be here.
y con mucho gusto acepto esta pelea porque sé que es un escaparate para que pueda, ganando esta pelea, puedo tratar de buscar otra vez la pelea del título mundial.
This is a big stage for me, and hopefully I'll take the opportunity and go on from here. I've trained very well.
Do you feel that the Figueroa fight, you come here now with a lot more experience? Also, you've been on the big stage before. This is just another fight for you and another way to have another shot at the world title.
Sí, en la pelea de Omar Figueroa las circunstancias no fueron las mejores, tuve algunos problemas para mi preparación, pero en esta pelea vengo al 100%, me entrené muy fuerte y mucho mejor que cuando peleé con Omar Figueroa.
I had problems for my fight with Figueroa, and it wasn't the best preparation. But for this one, for Mitchell, I'm well trained, I've got no excuses, and I've come to do what I have to do.
Good luck. Kevin, a massive fight for you on Saturday night, you know, back in London, headlining, and we know you've had a great camp, firing all cylinders, and it's a must-win fight.
Most definitely, it's a must-win fight for me. It's in front of a big crowd, in front of my own crowd. It's going to be a big show for me, you know. It's obviously a big test, you know. Fighting against Daniel Estrada, I know he's a tough kid. He's come to win. It's going to be in the trenches. We're going to have to go to war. That's the way we play it, you know. It's just the way I like it. Very exciting, explosive fight, I see, and fancy getting the job done. You know, I've trained very hard, I've worked very hard, sparred very hard. You know, over the years as a kid, as everyone knows, in times with certain big fights I've been in, I've cut corners here and there. I found out the hard way in front of West Ham, in front of 24,000, getting knocked out. And then yet again in front of a big packed crowd in Glasgow against a friend of mine, Ricky Burns, getting stopped again. That won't be happening anymore, you won't see that in my future. I've trained hard and I've prepared very well. So.
I know it was tough for you to get your head round the disappointment of missing out on the Vasquez fight after Meduma. It took you probably 3 or 4 months longer than we'd like to see you return to the ring. Now, one win and you get a shot at Jorge Linares for the green and gold belt. It's a big night on Saturday.
Most definitely, you know, it's a massive motivation for me. It helps me want to strive harder for this fight now to make sure I get the shot after this. You know, because I fancy Linares fight as well. I fancy I could beat that kid as well. Firstly, I've got to get this fight out of the way Saturday. It's going to be a big show, so we'll everyone look forward to it, and it'll be a good night.
Thanks, Kevin, and thanks to everyone for coming. Thanks for all your hard work on the tickets and promoting the show. It's a great start to the year. The atmosphere is going to be something else on Saturday night. Doors open at 5 o'clock, boxing starts at 5:30, live on air at 8 o'clock, and tomorrow for the weigh-in at 1 o'clock at the Novotel in Greenwich. Everyone's welcome. We're going to have a group photo up here. Then we're going to have head-to-heads with the fighters that are here, who the opponents are here. And we'll see you tomorrow night. Look forward to it. Saturday night.